welcome back for day 4 of the Facebook Fundraiser Challenge. I'm Sandy Reese, your host, and I'm here to help you learn how to put the pieces and parts together of a fundraiser that you can use on Facebook to fund a specific solvable problem in your nonprofit whenever you need to. So just to recap, day 1 we talked about choosing the ideal ask and how important it is to pick something that is specific and solvable. Day 2 we looked at what it takes to choose a 1,000-word or $1,000 image and that it really needs to magnify the emotion of what you're sharing. Yesterday we talked about the heart-tugging paragraph and how it's really got to connect with people and talk about why the fundraiser matters and makes a difference and how it's going to change lives. So those are the pieces and parts so far, and when you put that together, I'm sure your next question is, when do I post this? So let's talk about that. What are the best days or the best times to post? Well, the answer actually is fairly statistical, and that is check your Facebook Insights. So on your Facebook page, you should be able to log in and go have a look at the insights to see when is most of your audience on Facebook and when are they engaging. Now this can be a little different for a lot of people. In general, we find that later in the afternoon, like somewhere mid-afternoon to early evening, tends to work pretty well. And if you think about it, that makes sense. That's when people they're kind of checking out of work for the day, or they just had dinner and they're kind of relaxing. So that can be a good time, but I want you to go check your Facebook Insights to see what do the numbers say as far as which day is best for you, which time is best for you, and then you may actually want to test it a couple of times just to see what works with your audience, because it can be different from organization to organization. Okay, now once you determine the day and the time, then I want you to post multiple times. I know, some of you just had a big, hard, deep breath, but what you need to remember is that when you post something on your Facebook page, only a handful of the people who like your page are actually going to see it because of the way the Facebook algorithms work. And so it's a good idea to post 2, maybe 3 times during the day to get as many eyeballs as possible on that post. Now, if you wanted to spend money and boost your post, you certainly can, but I don't want you to have to do that if you don't have to, because I think there's some ways that you can get the results you're looking for without doing that. So, post multiple times. Start with your insights. If your insights say that online engagement goes up about noon, then start at noon. Post again late afternoon, like about 4 o'clock. Post again about 7 or 8 p.m. And the nice thing is, in those additional posts, you can use largely the same information. You could change the images if you want to, and give an update. Now, if you're using the Facebook Donate tool, there's going to be a bar across the bottom of your fundraiser anyway that's going to show the progress toward the goal, which is awesome. And people love that. They love knowing how are you doing, are you getting close? Because there's a lot of people like me that when they see, oh, you're $50 from goal, click done. I'm going to help you round that one out. Which, by the way, tomorrow when we launch fundraisers, I'm going to be watching carefully, and I might just come donate on your Facebook fundraiser. Cool, right? Okay, so post multiple times. Now, once you post on your Facebook page, here's what I want you to do next. Share on your personal profile, because remember, your profile and your Facebook page for your nonprofit, those are 2 different things. So I want you to share on your personal profile and tag friends. Remember that just because you share it on your profile, again, doesn't mean that everybody's going to see it. But if you start tagging friends to invite them to come and participate, you're going to get a whole lot more eyeballs on your fundraiser, and you will probably see more donations, and you might even have some friends that say, oh, I didn't realize you were raising money for that. Let me help. We have lots of organizations that we've worked with who have turned friends into donors just like that using a Facebook fundraiser. All right, so share and tag friends. Then if you want a little extra sizzle on your fundraiser, you can message people. So you can use Facebook Messenger or even email your list, depending on if that fits in your communication plan, if that fits in your asking plan, to ask them to come over to Facebook and give to help you reach your goal. So you want to think strategically about the schedule. This is not anything you want to do willy-nilly. You don't want to just show up one day and go, no, I think I'll try to raise money for this. It's important to pick the right thing. Pick a specific, solvable problem that people can help with, choose the right image, write a heart-tugging paragraph, post it multiple times during the day, share on your profile, tag friends, and then if you want to, you can message a few people and or email. This is what's going to help you make sure that you reach your goal. By the way, monitor this through the day. Keep your eye on how the fundraiser is going, because if you start to see that you're not quite getting the results that you need, then you really need to be tagging friends. You might really need to be messaging people to try to get more eyeballs on the fundraiser so that you can cross the finish line and do the happy dance. That's what I'm interested in. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to map out your schedule. There's a place in the handouts for you to do this, for you to look at how many times you want to post. Now, for purposes of this challenge, I want you to go ahead and post this tomorrow, which is Friday. And I want you to map out the times of day that you want to post, how many times you want to. And if you say, I think I can only do 2, that's all I'm comfortable with, that's totally fine. 3 is probably good. 4, depending on your audience might be okay with 4. My audience might be okay with more. I'd probably do 2 or 3 if it were me. So map that out in your handouts. If you have questions, you can ask them on this page, or you can go over to the Fundraising for Founders Facebook group and ask them there. Look for the Day 4 thread and ask those questions there. I'm around. I'm going to be happy to help however I can. Now, let me tell you about one more resource that we do have, just in case you're interested. So if you've enjoyed this week, the short little lessons that get right to it, we have a whole program where we deliver this on steroids called Fundraising TV. It's a way for you to learn really quick things that you can implement fast and see quick results. As a matter of fact, inside Fundraising TV, we have what we call an episode. It's an on-demand video that you can watch that teaches you how to do what we call a $5 Friday, which is a version of a Facebook fundraiser where you ask people to give a very small amount, like $5, and you tell them what that $5 is going to do, and then invite them to give. And we have lots of people who've had great success with a $5 Friday, especially this year during COVID, because while people may not have lots of money to give away, almost everybody can squeeze out $5. And if you have lots of people giving $5, you can fund a specific solvable problem in your nonprofit pretty fast. So head on over to getfullyfunded.com/TV and check that out. I'll drop some more information into the free group over on Facebook just so that you can see it. But I just want you to know that resource is available. So if you're enjoying this, if this is fun, I want you to come check out Fundraising TV. I think you'd really like it. All right, tomorrow is launch day. What I want you to do is get your Facebook fundraiser launched tomorrow and then come back into the Fundraising for Founders group. There's going to be a Day 5 thread, and I want you to share the link for your live Facebook fundraiser on that thread. I want to go check it out. Like I said, I might even make a donation. You just never know. But I want to see how it's going, and I want you to be able to come back and report and let us know what happened. Okay, so it's go time. It's time to wrap this all up, and let's see what happens tomorrow. I'll see you then.